If you feel like your money is just disappearing every week, then this video is for you. You get paid, go through your normal week, and then it's just gone. That exact thing kept happening to me for years. I tried making a budgeting plan once and it didn't really go very well. The turning point was realizing it didn't have to be complex. In this video, I'm going to give you the only 10 budgeting tips you'll actually need to start today. They are simple and they simply work. We'll start with the foundation, your money mindset, and then we'll build your budget using the 50-30-20 rule. By then you have a complete system, and keep watching as I've got a free budgeting planner I can give you to try. Before you even open a spreadsheet, you need to get your mindset right. Budgeting isn't about reaction, it's actually about awareness. It's giving every dollar a job so your money works for you, not the other way around. The first step, the absolute non-negotiable, is to track your spending. You can't fix what you don't measure. For 1 week, just notice where your money is actually going. You don't even have to do or change anything just yet. All you need to do is either use your banking app or look at your most recent bank statements. This will simply create awareness, and awareness is what you need for complete change. It shows you the truth about your habits. Once you have that awareness, you can connect to something meaningful. That's where setting clear financial goals comes in. A budget without a goal is just a list of numbers. Ask yourself, why do you want a budget? Is it to save for a car, pay off a credit card, or just stop feeling anxious when you check your banking account? Make the goal tangible and make sure to write it down. Something like, I will save $1,000 is okay, but if you write, I will save $1,000 to pay off X credit card, this will tend to go much further. That goal is what will motivate you when you're tempted to overspend. Now, the core skill that makes everything else possible is learning the difference between your needs and your wants. This is the foundation of the 50-30-20 rule we're about to cover. A need is something required for your basic survival and obligations, something like rent, groceries, utilities, minimum debt payment. A want is generally everything else, streaming services, eating out, getting loans for a better car, things like that. The tricky part is the gray area. Ask yourself, is a daily Uber Eats a need or a want? For most of us, it's actually a want. Being honest with yourself here is critical. This isn't about cutting all of our wants, it's about consciously choosing them. Once you understand where your money is going and why, you're ready to build the structure. So now let's build your budget using the 50-30-20 rule. The framework is simple and effective. It means you allocate 50% of your after-tax income to needs, things like rent, mortgage, food, car stuff and fuel, bills, internet, then 30% to your wants, things like your hobbies, takeout, entertainment, and some miscellaneous things. And the other 20% is only to go to savings and debt repayment. Now keep in mind, it's always better to pay off your high interest debt before saving, as you're just losing money every single payment. And keep in mind, if that debt is for something other than a house, like a car, calculate it into your wants. Car loans can be avoided, but with the current prices out there, I do understand that these days it's almost a requirement to have one. You just got to remember not to overdo it and calculate it into those wants. Now, let's break down your budget. Start calculating your monthly take-home pay. That's the amount that hits your bank after taxes, of course. If your income varies, use an average from the last 3 months, then do the math. If you bring home $3,000 a month, that's $1,500 for needs, $900 for wants, and $600 for your savings and debt. This creates a balanced plan that covers essentials and allows for fun, but yet you can build your future. The key to making this budget stick is to automate your savings and bills. You are far more likely to save money if you never see it in your checking account. Set up an automatic transfer on your payday that moves your savings portions, that's 20%, into a separate savings account. Do the same for your bills. If your rent and utilities are predictable, automate those payments too. This does the work for you. It turns savings from a conscious choice you have to make every single month or week into a default behavior. Consistency is what builds wealth, and automation is the engine of consistency. Within that 20% for savings, your first priority is to build an emergency fund. This is your financial safety net. Life happens, your car has issues, you have a medical bill, you may even lose your job. An emergency fund prevents these events from derailing your entire budget and forcing you into debt. Start with a small, achievable goal like $1,000 to $2,000. Keep this money in a separate, easily accessible savings account. It's not for investing, it's not for protection. So once you have that baseline security, you can focus on the next priority. Now, if you have high interest debt like a credit card, your next step is to simply pay it off. There are two easy main methods. The debt avalanche method says you list your debts from highest interest to your lowest interest. You pay the minimums on all, but every extra dollar towards the debt with the highest interest rate. This saves you the most amount of money and interest over time, but the debt snowball method has you list debts from smallest balance to largest. That way you can attack the smallest debt first, then it actually feels like a quick win when you're paying off the small debt, as this can be a high psychological boost. Choose the method that best matches your personality. The goal is to free up that money so it can go towards your savings instead of interest payments. Remember, a budget is a living plan. It's not something you just set and forget. You'll need to adjust this as your life changes. Okay, so you've built your budget. Now, the real challenge is making it last. A budget that breaks at the first surprise isn't a useful budget. That's why you need to plan for occasional and unexpected expenses. These aren't emergencies. They are predictable things you just don't pay every month. Think annual car registration, holiday gifts, or a friend's wedding, things like that. Most budgets fail because people forget to account for these. The fix is simple. Add a sinking fund. It's a category to your budget. If you know you're about to spend $600 on Christmas, it's best you set aside $50 a month all year. That way, when December comes, the money's just already there. It stops these events from blowing up your entire plan. And now this leads directly to the most important habit: regular reviewing and adjusting your budget. Your budget is a living plan, not a stone tablet. Life changes and your budget should change with it. Set a monthly date with yourself. It only takes you 15 minutes. Look at your spending from the past month. Did you stay within your categories? Did an unexpected cost pop up? Maybe your grocery bill was higher than planned. Now this is fine. The goal isn't perfection, it's just progress. Just adjust next month's numbers based on what you learned. Maybe you need to move a little bit of money from wants to needs. This monthly check-in is what turns a one-time setup into an ongoing system that actually works for you. Now, one more habit that pays off tremendously over time is to shop around for better deals. Loyalty to a company rarely pays off. Once or twice a year, do a quick audit on your recurring bills. Call your internet provider and ask if there's any promotions, or even call other providers to see if you can get a better deal. Also, compare car insurance quotes. That's an easy one. Look at your streaming services. Are you actually using all of them? Remember, this isn't a one-day project. It's ongoing. When a bill comes up for renewal, that's your cue to spend 5 minutes searching for a better price. Those small savings tend to add up to hundreds of dollars a year, which can make a difference. And don't forget, you can reallocate those to your savings. Now, let's cover the pitfalls of overspending. It will happen. You'll have a bad week and order too much takeout or buy something you just didn't plan for. Don't let these mistakes derail you. The key is to just have a reset protocol. Don't just throw the whole budget away for the rest of the month because you made one little mistake. Just acknowledge it, see which category you overspent in, and then adjust it. If you overspent on wants, see if you can reduce another want to balance it out, or accept that it came from your savings that month and get back on track for your next paycheck. The goal is progress, not just perfection. These small habits are what turn a spreadsheet on the screen into a real lasting financial control. So you now have a complete, simple system to start your budgeting today.